All right, behind every truth is a larger lie, and none so large as the idea that we live on the surface of a spinning globe hurtling through space. And the astronomical miscalculations involved in suggesting such a thing makes everything else that you guys are fighting for and against complete BS. So, and what I mean by that, let me get my flat plane out. Where's the flat plane? Oh, dang it. Oh my God. Alright. Here a bit. Alright, so we live not on a planet, but on a flat plane, a level, right? So say this is the North Pole, and these are the continents, and this is the great Southern Ocean, and then the South Pole, and then outside of the South Pole, Antarctica continues in all directions, right? Maybe there's a wall, maybe there's a dome, who knows? We're not allowed to go there, so I won't, pretend to know. But I do know that there's a one-to-one relationship between Earth and heaven. It's called a polar coordinate. This is a XYZ grid, and North Pole's in the center, and you can tell where you're at by where the stars are at any given moment, right? But just say that it is level, and this, the stars are above, and there is a one-to-one relationship. Now, if you take this and you then wrap this around a ball, then the stars spread out in all directions, and the heavens get wider and wider. So instead of having a heaven that is the same size as Earth, just higher above it, you end up with an Earth that's tiny. And where's the heaven? Dingy. And you end up with a heaven that's massive and even growing further away. And because what happens is that perpendicular lines, like if you're standing on the North Pole and I'm standing on the South Pole, we're both going to be on the same tangent. It's called the sea level, the sea plane. And we're both going to be perpendicular to the surface, and we're going to be parallel to one another. The idea that parallel lines intersect below our feet at some mysterious single point of gravity in the center of the Earth means that the heavens grow ever wider in all directions around us. And that's why they say that there's so much deep space, and 99.999% of the universe is gray matter, because it's a non-Euclidean proposition to say that that spherical geometry, right? What they're saying is that this is not a plane. They're saying this is the surface of a sphere, and that's just not the case. This is a plane, and look, each degree of longitude is 69 miles, and there are 180 of them. If you take 69 times 90 and call that a quarter perimeter of a sphere, then you end up with a ball that's the size of Earth. And the amount of missing geography just in the northern hemisphere because of that issue is just massive. It's like 200 million acres, 200, or miles, square miles of missing geography. And then the southern hemisphere, like, it doesn't get smaller past the equator. The lines of longitude keep growing away from each other. So the Great Southern Ocean is magnitudes larger than we're told, right? So 69 miles times 180 is not half the perimeter of the sphere. It's the radius of the flat plane. So 69 times 180, right? North Pole, 90 degrees to the equator, another 90 to the South Pole. Added up, the South Pole is 78,000 miles around. It forms a 78,000 mile perimeter. And everything that you guys are arguing about with Trump is just a big lie compared to that. So, you know what I mean? Get with the truth, or get out, because it's a Euclidean plane. You know, NASA, all non-Euclidean space exploration is a complete hoax, right? It's and if you think about, you know, it's flat. So get with that.